My name is Paul Georgia. I'm from Haymarket, Virginia. I'm a real investor and I get real checks. So this is a house I acquired through phase 2 marketing. I initially contacted the owner, by mail, and he called me, and we spent some time haggling over price. We couldn't come to an agreement on a price, so he decided he was just going to do a little bit of rehab on it himself and try to sell it. And so I said that's fine and walked away, and about 3 months later he called me back and he said, I had no idea how much it costs to do all this stuff. It's going to cost me way too much. Are you still interested? And I said, sure. And he said, and he quoted me a price which was $5,000 above what I wanted to give him initially. And I said, that's fine. We'll do $5,000. And so $5,000 more. So I got the house. There's a lot of things I needed to do on this property before I could get to closing. So there was a long stretch of time before we could get to closing on it, but eventually we got there, and here we are doing rehab. So the house is sitting on 16,000 square feet. It's a lot but the half of it, it's only sitting on one of the lots. It was 2 lots, but the whole property was the 2 lots. And so I had to separate them. So I had to get its own tax ID for the lot next to it, and then its own address. And so there was some work that had to be done with that. I had to get the owner to agree because he was the owner. He had to do the paperwork. So I did as much of the footwork as I could for him, and even wrote the letter requesting the new tax ID and all that stuff, ran to the courthouse. Everything that needed to be done I took care of. I just needed him to sign the paper. So that was in the contract that he had to agree to help separate the properties. So, so that took a while. It took quite a while to do all that. So it took about a month and a half to get all that taken care of. So the 21-day course is helpful because when you first start thinking about going into real estate investing, you really have no idea where to start. It's all a mystery. You see the TV shows, but they don't really teach you much. So it gets you going. It tells you what you need to do, step-by-step process to move along and to get started. And once you get started, then of course there's more things to learn, and you just keep plugging away, and eventually you have success. So I work with Stephanie Terry. She guided me along, let me know what I needed to do. One of the reasons I was able to get this property, because there was a lot of people that sent him letters wanting the property, and I offered a little more for it than everybody else because I had in mind that I could separate these lots, and then I would be able to make a good amount of money on the lot, and then be able to rehab the house. So I offered him a little more, and that's why I got it, as opposed to another investor. Everybody else was coming in quite a bit lower than I was because they weren't thinking about doing that. And that was something that Stephanie said that we could do. So it gave me a little bit of a leg up. So the lot I paid $15,000 for. I paid cash for it. So we had 2 different contracts, one for this lot and one for that lot. And then I just accepted an offer on it for $80,000. So, once you take out closing costs and that kind of thing, it'll be in the range of 60 to 65 that I'll walk away with. This property is a 3-bedroom, give or take, 1-bathroom house. And we're turning it into a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom house. We're opening it up, taking down a lot of walls, opening up the first floor, making the kitchen much larger. The stairs are right in the middle of the house. We've moved them to this corner here. So that opens up that whole area. And we've been in this 3 days. They've already moved the stairs, so they're really moving fast. So anyway, yeah, it's just going to be a much more open space, much more user, much more friendly space to live in, a much nicer place to live in. Then there'll be 2 bedrooms upstairs, 2 bedrooms in the basement, a master bedroom on the main floor. There'll be a master suite on the main floor. Then there's going to be a full bathroom in addition. It's already there, and then we'll put a bathroom upstairs and a bathroom in the basement. Yeah, just work really hard at it. This is not an easy business, but if you work hard at it, you're going to find properties. I sent out lots and lots of letters, written lots of contracts, and just kept working at it, and it'll happen for you. But you got to work at it. You got to do, as Sherman says, you got to do the thing. I intend to sell this property for $410,000 when it's all completed.